As long as I am concerned, the CPEN team, they are crazy, and as for the Bitmart exchange, they are scam. There has been an uproar within the CPEN community as the listing that was proposed to happen on the 10th of April 2025 at 3 p.m. UTC, that is 4 p.m. Nigerian time, was now done on the 8th of April 2025. Where on earth do you give a listing date and you now go and list before the listing date? In this video, I'm going to share my personal experience, and I'm going to share the reactions of the community, and I'm going to give you some key things that you need to note about CPEN and Bitmart listing. As of the 8th of April 2025, when I learned that CPEN was listing, I actually came to the Bitmart exchange and I came to my trade. I tapped on my trade and I changed the trading pair to CPEN/USDT, and I noticed that the prices were showing. When I came initially, the price for one CPEN token was 0.003. But when I switched to sell and I tried to sell my 3,000 plus CPEN token, they told me that I could not sell my token based on some internal reasons. So I left it. Later, I came back when the price has deepened. The price deepened to about 0.001, and my $9.5 has suddenly become $3.1. And when I tried to sell, they told me that the minimum is $5. So at that point, I stopped trying. So I started contacting most of my guys, and I discovered that most of my guys sold. I have a friend, his CPEN token was worth $45, but because of the panic and everything, he sold his token at $15. And after some time, the trading pair CPEN/USDT was removed from the Bitmart exchange. But as you can see right now, if I come to my home and I tap on my home, you discover that the prices are now back. So the big question is, why was all of this happening? What really transpired? Let's go to the X channel of CPEN and hear what they have to say. So I just minimize and I'll go to my X and I'll come to my search bar. I'll still come to this my search bar and I'll search for CPEN. You can see them here. I'm following them. So I tap on CPEN. Now this is the information that the CPEN team actually gave. So let's tap on show more. If I tap on show more, let's read this together. Earlier today, referring to on the 8th of April 2025, Bitmart mistakenly displayed CPEN as tradable on their platform due to an internal testing error. At that time, we had not yet provided any liquidity. Let's just finish reading these things, then I'm going to point out some key things you need to note. The issue has since been resolved and our official launch timeline remains unchanged. We understand that in today's volatile crypto market, even minor errors can create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We sincerely apologize for any confusion or concern this may have caused. Kai, disappointing, they are really joking. Your support means everything to us, and together we are building something truly different. So let's talk about the key point here. So the CPEN team are actually blaming the Bitmart exchange that they mistakenly displayed the CPEN token as tradable. So does it mean that the CPEN team are trying to let us, the community, know that they were not aware that Bitmart exchange wanted to do a testing on their token? You and me, we know that it is a lie. For the Bitmart exchange to want to test run the CPEN token as tradable on their exchange, they must have gotten the consent of CPEN. That is certain. I personally blame the CPEN team here because they are supposed to have informed the community. Hi community, there will be a test running of the system. Please don't sell, don't do anything. We just want to test run the system, and that would have calmed the system. And that is one of the reasons why I love the Pi team. But instead of the CPEN team to come up and own up to their mistake, they are now pushing the blame on the Bitmart exchange. Another key thing to note is this. They said, at this time, we had not provided any liquidity. Oh, so the CPEN team had not provided any liquidity. So how did the liquidity come on the Bitmart exchange? Was it Bitmart that provided the liquidity? Because people were able to sell their token, and you said it was testing. You can see it from here. They called it an internal testing error. But in the internal testing, there was liquidity that was provided because people were able to trade their CPEN token. So how did that happen? Let's just scroll up and get some reactions. So if you scroll up, I just love what Lorray said here. Look at what Lorray said. Their CPEN core team, if at Bitmart exchange listing was a testing error. Cool, this guy is very wise. Can you explain pancake swap glitch? If you've been following the CPEN team, CPEN has always been announcing that they were going to list on DEX exchange in April. And if you go to Pancake as of yesterday, you will discover that liquidity was provided on Pancake. And you can see the question he asked here. Why is your coin tradable on DEXs behind schedule? If the CPEN team are claiming that they were not aware of what happened on Bitmart, okay, how did it now happen on the DEX exchanges? How? So who provided the liquidity for them? Then this is another key thing that you need to note. He now asked, what about the people affected who panicked and sold because of the alleged exchange glitches for crumbs? This is the key question that the CPEN team really needs to answer, because the CPEN team are claiming that everything has been normalized, the issue has been fixed. So what about the people that panic sold? You see somebody that had $45 and he sold and got just $15. How do you fix those people? So let's go to our show more. So if I tap on show more, now this is now a big problem. How will you compensate the investors on DEXs that saw an opportunity and swapped their stable to CPEN and saw this Bitmart stunt and lost funds in a bid to minimize losses and swapped at a low price and lost money? And this is the biggest question now that the CPEN team needs to answer. If Bitmart was a mistake of which they are claiming, explain pancake swap. The CPEN team has to come and explain this thing. Now we have heard from the CPEN team. Let's go and hear what the Bitmart team now has to say about these things. So I'm going to go back. I'll go back. I'll still come to my search bar here. I'll tap on it. Then I'll come to my search bar. I'll just come here and cancel. Then I'll search for Bitmart. I already have it here. So just tap on Bitmart. I'll just scroll up to that particular post. Good. So here's the post. I'm going to just come and tap on show more. So tap on show more. Official update. A temporary trading display for CPEN appeared early due to a testing error. We have resolved this promptly. Rest assured, this does not affect CPEN's official launch timeline. So what they're trying to tell us is that CPEN is still going to list on the 10th of April 2025 at 3 p.m. UTC, which is 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Trading will go live as scheduled. Stay tuned for updates. Let me see, scroll up again. Listen to what it's J Gold said. Your error cost me $70+. It won't be well with you all, swears. Kai, this is very, very bad. Honestly, this is very, very bad. This guy saw the price, and since the price was deepening, he wanted to reduce the loss. I won't blame this guy, and I'm not going to blame anybody that sold, because what they were just trying to do is just to reduce the loss. Maybe initially what was showing there was about $200 and something. When things start deepening, he had to just collect something so that he will reduce his loss. And hear what the Bitmart team had to say. Dear user, transparency is important to us. We understand your concerns and truly value your feedback. We have already fixed the testing related display issue, and rest assured it does not impact CPEN official launch. Please refer to our official account for details. What is this rubbish? So what's the guarantee now that on the listing day there will not be an internal error? In conclusion, I personally blame the CPEN team for not communicating that the Bitmart exchange want to test run their token on their exchange to the community. They are supposed to give us that information, because the CPEN team cannot tell me that they were unaware. It is not possible. This thing is a mastermind. This deal was carefully planned by the CPEN team and the Bitmart exchange. Nothing they want to tell me. I be getting anything where they want to tell you. And as it stands now, the Bitmart exchange team and the CPEN team, they should look for a way and compensate the people that panic sold. Please, I would like you to drop your thoughts, your reactions, and your experience in the comment section. For me, this is very, very pathetic. So that's it for this particular video. The goal of my YouTube channel is to give you education and an understanding on cryptocurrency and airdrop, thereby positioning you for financial gains. And on this channel, we talk about everything that has to do with making money. So if you're interested in making money, do what you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the bell notification to get all notifications so that I can be notified whenever I drop new video updates. Also do well to join our WhatsApp community, link in the video description, where we share with you various updates on cryptocurrency and airdrop. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.